This is Benjamina Flor of the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. My personal evaluation of the first Work-Life Balance Conference for the ASEAN was, in general, I would rate the evaluation as very impressive. Or in a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 10. Why? I was involved with the preparation of the ASEAN Work-Life Balance Conference early on, in the preparation of the national paper, the development of the program, the the various administrative and technical requirements of what would go into the program, and I was very impressed with how the organizers handled the program with the direction or under the direction of Miss Chong. And I believe that the programs or the content was very much aligned with its objectives, and that the speakers were carefully thought out and well represented, including the youth, including private organizations, non-government organizations, government agencies, political parties, indigenous groups, is something that is not normally done by other conferences. The format of the conference was so varied to suit particular needs of specific groups, and I think this is one strength that can be emulated in other conferences in the future. One strength of the conference, I think, is how the different content were systematically sequenced, and how these contents would support the concept of work-life balance. While we had different notions of what work-life balance when we first came, after the conference, we felt that there was some convergence in terms of the meaning of what work-life balance is. And in the end, we were able to gather, at least for myself, that we want to mainstream, we want marginalized groups to be not only economically productive, but at the same time having dignity and integrity as peoples. We believe that as ASEAN integration is being implemented currently, we have to include everyone else in the whole of the ASEAN region. In doing this, we're not only trying to provide lip service, but really to promote empowerment among the disadvantaged, the underprivileged, and I would say the marginalized group in each country. And if we can promote such activity, such advocacy in every country of the ASEAN, then I guess the ASEAN would have a better um, stand in terms of economic development, and at the same time as an ASEAN region. I believe that the conference was well organized and systematically, professionally carried out, especially highlighting the major participation of the youth. Here I've seen how the youth carried out their task, doing their roles to the best of their ability, with very good moderators and facilitators, with energy and passion to encourage everyone to speak, which could not have happened if the adults or the older ones would have been assigned to do the moderation. Well, there were some unexpected behaviors, like, if it's a formal conference, then we veer away from being disc jockeys, since it is formal, and to perhaps limit on how we ask questions, and probably the framing of the questions could be improved by asking process questions instead of questions answerable by yes or no, so that we don't end up with a one word response to our questions. But I think the facilitators were great, the moderators were very smart and intelligent in throwing the questions so that they appear very inclusive of what work-life balance really is all about. And we were just or personally, I was just so happy that we were administratively, we were booked in very luxurious service apartments, and we were pampered. We were shuttled going to and from the venue, which I think is not always done in normal conferences. We were also entertained every night by cultural groups, and the warm welcome, the warm entertainment that we received during our short stay in Malaysia. While we enjoyed the fun, of course, we also had some personal problems that may have affected our participation. My father-in-law passed away on the 22nd of February. So instead of really being joyful during those times, we had some mental baggage with us, which I hope did not show while we were there. But of course, the grief of the passing away is felt, which somehow could be depicted in our aura. And my apologies for that. Thank you for your patience. And I look forward to more conferences for mainstreaming work-life balance. And I believe that minor problems like food preference, or the quantity of food, or the kind of food that we've eaten is secondary. It's much like one coming to visit a house. The visitor should always respect what the host would offer. And in this regard, we are very thankful that we were able to get to Malaysia for free. We had a very good accommodation, and I guess there's nothing more than we can ask for. Thank you so much, Miss Chong, and your very young team. I congratulate you. You deserve a pat on the back, and I hope we continue to work in the future in mainstreaming work-life balance for all. Thank you.